Oh, there you are, YouTube. Today we're going to do a taste test, but the type of taste test where I've actually had both items. I'm just trying to figure out which one is the best. And this video comes suggested by AJ Reacts 2. I was on Instagram, I was raving about the Snickers peanut brownie and talking about how good it was and thinking maybe I like it more than a regular Snickers, which is my favorite candy bar. So right now I'm going to eat them back to back, which I have not done yet, and try and figure out what the differences are, what the similarities are, and make a final decision on which one is my favorite. So let's start this off with classic Snickers. There's more of it. I do have two of the peanut butter brownie Snickers just in case I need to check them out again. Classic Snickers, grew up loving this, and I believe, I've said it many times, that this is my favorite candy bar. I mean, it's amazing. The major differences, I should just say, is that this has nougat, and rather than nougat, this one has chocolate brownie. Caramel really comes through here. Still has the crunch from the nuts. The nougat, I really don't know how to identify that flavor. The milk chocolate really comes through. I've sort of become a dark chocolate fan, like prefer it quite a bit more than milk chocolate, but I still love a Snickers. So I think I got a handle on this one. Let's move on to the peanut brownie. This one is presented in square form rather than rectangle. Here we go. I think I still taste the caramel, still get the milk chocolate, and the brownie. The brownie reminds me of, is it Little Debbie or Hostess? I think it's Little Debbie, who has like those rectangle brownies with like the little nut pieces on it, like peanuts, I think. That's sort of what it reminds me of, that sort of texture, like very dense and fudgy. So it's like getting a Snickers, but extra chocolate. Again, the nougat, I don't really know what that flavor is. I've never like isolated that on its own, but this with the extra chocolate is so good. But now I'm questioning, do I actually like it more than the Snickers? It's so good. It is so good. But would I rather eat this over Snickers if I'm presented both? That was a weird sound, did you hear that? The way I normally work, if I'm given the option to do something or try something, I'll usually try the thing that I've tried the least, just because I'm less familiar with it and I want to get more familiar with it. So on that note, I would probably choose this. But I gotta go back to this to try again. See if I can grasp that nougat and how much it actually adds to the Snickers to make me prefer it, if I do prefer it. A palate cleanser would have been good. Now that I'm eating this, I feel like the peanuts come through more so than in this. This has peanuts, right? I think so. Yeah, well, yeah, it's called peanut brownie. Of course it does. But I feel like the peanuts come through here more. You know, like the caramel does too. But I love the brownie. I love those rectangular, you know, vending machine brownies. Okay. I don't know. It's hard to beat a classic. One thing, I'm gonna open this. One thing that I think matters here is the thickness. Okay, yeah. So look at that right here. The Snickers is a little bit Why is my lighting so terrible? I need to fix that. I apologize, everybody, for the terrible lighting. But you can see the Snickers is a little bit thicker, and I think that helps. I don't know, the bite is a little bit more pleasing with this bar than this bar because of the taller, thicker piece of candy versus this one. Okay. Here's the thing. I think I'm getting the crunch of the peanuts, but not the flavor. Where here, I think the flavor is there. I think maybe because we are getting so much chocolate with the milk chocolate coating, the chocolate brownie, it's almost overpowering the peanut flavor and the caramel flavor. I still get the caramel, but I don't necessarily get the peanut flavor. And they're calling it a peanut brownie. Obviously the peanuts are there, but the flavor isn't as strong as they are here. This might be a more balanced bar because we get the nougat flavor, whatever that is, the peanuts, the caramel, and the chocolate, all of that melding together in a cohesive way, where here it might dip a little too far into chocolate. But if you are a chocolate lover, that is perfect. All right. What is that shadow? Is it my own hand? I just want to show this right there. And you can see more caramel here than over here. This one looks a little drier, where here I think you get more caramel. So, I don't know. I can't, you know, I was saying better than a normal Snickers is where I stood before I made this video. They're very close, but I think this is the better bar still. I think I still prefer a regular Snickers. Last bite. The peanut is just texture. I think I taste it, but not as amplified as here. Where here I feel like every flavor is amplified, except for nougat, because I don't know what that is. I wonder if I can make the nougat stand on its own. What is nougat? There's probably a YouTube video about it, but if you know, like, is it malt? I don't know what malt is either. I've gotten like malt shakes before. I don't know what I'm tasting. So unidentifiable for me. Okay, I'm just eating the top here. Try and expose the nougat. Caramel and peanuts. So good. So this is gonna be gross, but I'm gonna try and scoop out the nougat with my finger here so I can see if I can get it. A little nougat. I think nougat is a little salty, unless that's salt residue from the peanuts. I'm gonna try it again. I needed some like sherbet in between, or sorbet, or I think some people call it sherbet. I grew up calling it sherbet, in between to cleanse the palate. So I still don't know what nougat is, or what it tastes like. I can't really identify the flavor, but I get a little salt in there. And I think that is what is enhancing this and bringing it to the step above the peanut butter brownie. So I think I'm gonna have to go regular Snickers, even though before this video I said I like the chocolate one, excuse me, the brownie one more. I'm walking away from this video liking regular Snickers more. Okay, so this is just the Snickers with the chocolate, little remnants of Oh, okay. I know what malt is, or I know what nougat is. It kind of is malt. Because that just reminded me of a Whopper. Which Whoppers I like, but I don't like that dusty, chalky texture. So that's what it is, but a little salty. Okay, I think it is. I think, there it is. Final say, Snickers is the best because it is a more cohesive bar where each flavor is equally represented. Where here chocolate is a little too heavy. Still a fantastic bar, so much so that before I made this video, I thought I loved it more. But when eating them back to back, the true winner is Snickers. Thank you so much for watching this video, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.